Our industry by no means should be considered a low-risk industry. And as such, I would like to start off by saying, the oil and gas industry is not meant for the faint of heart. Yes, there's exceptional profits to be made in our sector, but it does carry some risk exposure as well, which each and individual investor needs to consider all of the risk associated with our projects across the board in the oil and gas industry before making an educated decision whether it is something they participate or it is not. If proper measures are taken to mitigate the risk associated within the oil and gas sector, increase efficiency mechanisms on the field, increase production revenues through enhancement operational aspects, this industry, the oil and gas industry, would be one of, if not the most lucrative industry for someone to participate in. It is the responsibility of management and C-level executive to mitigate the risk associated within our industry. Doing so by putting together various asset classes, by putting diversification based on geographical location, by putting together a fund that has truly diversified exposure to medium to long-term projects versus short-term projects and high-risk, high-reward projects. Our objective at Energy Resources Corporation is to put together an array of assets that encompass these values. Assets in the upstream production side of the oil and gas, with the omission of exploratory projects. Aspects such as midstream oil and gas, transportation of natural gas, with the omission of transporting crude, which is liability. And eventually downstream, which is the refinement of crude, thus putting together a truly diversified project and prospect for participants. We believe this winning formula brings together unique strength within our industry that unequivocally benefits our shareholders and our investors. Our approach in identifying properties isn't really that unique. As a matter of fact, we look at other operators, other producers, learn from their mistakes, and take advantage of the opportunities that has created for us. These opportunities exist for us because operators have neglected fields, because operators are having non-core holdings divested of. These core holdings, these neglected properties that their overheads might have been higher, for us they're viable, profitable. As a matter of fact, those are the cream of the crop. We seek between 1 to 6 months due diligence from engineering, geology, feasibility to review these projects, to analyze them and choose the diamond in the rough. That is where our projects start, is from the property side. Once we discover a property that fits our profile, we take it through our various DD project, as discussed, and make a list of improvements necessary to enhance the oil recovery method and operational aspects. We weigh in the cost of enhancements based on the cost and development, put it against the revenues that it will generate, and if it's feasible, we acquire those projects. Things like parted rods, holes in tubing, mechanical issues with downhole pump, refurbishments, pump jack swapping. These are minor aspects of the oil and gas industry that carry zero risk in replacing, just a little bit of capital, but can have a large impact on production, as much as 40 to 50% increase. That is the game we're in. That is what we target. These are the style of investments that our participants are getting exposed to. The biggest winner here is our investors. They have exposure to an oil and gas fund that is truly conservative, diverse, and taking advantage of it during this downtime is what we believe in. Oil being a cyclical commodity, this is the time we believe to participate for the highest yield returns on investment. I personally hope that you educate yourself and participate in any oil and gas project out there. However, consider Energy Resources and Permex Petroleum as an investment. Thank you.